What is your take on the school of comedy, your school of comedy? Is it more like the Kapil Sharma comedy, or is it like more irreverent like Samay Raina?
See, I came
And
much before
yeah,
than
I know, I know.
both of them. So I haven't followed any school. I haven't confined myself to comedy, and I don't relate to comedy as much as I do to satire. Now, that's a different form. What you see in Movers and Shakers is not a comedy show. It is political satire or social satire. Now, that's a completely different craft.
Yeah.
Now, what these two guys do, I mean, Samay I haven't watched enough, but he's very good. His latest video that I have watched, his content is extremely good. Except that my advice to him: why do you resort to abuses? It's not important because your content is so good; it doesn't require those expletives at all. But I guess this whole new generation is too cool, you know, and they think that it's okay to abuse. And so to each his own. I'm not saying, you know, it's just my suggestion that, you know, even without that, he will be equally effective. What Kapil does, he does sketch comedy. That's as far removed from my craft as chalk is from cheese. You know, zameen aur asman ki duri hai usme. So he does his thing, which he's good at. I do what I'm good at and comfortable with. So as I said that, you know, you have to pursue your vocation.
Yes.
You know, so this is something that satire is more academic. I feel that it has a lot of intellect involved in that, and that's a different craft. You know, so that's straight from the hip and off the cuff, and so yeah, all of us survive.
Yeah, but when you were doing satire, you know, at the peak with Movers and Shakers, Simply Shekhar, did you face any kind of opposition from anyone?
Not that I knew of.
No.
No, nothing.
But everyone was like.
Everybody was cool. Everybody was okay with it. As a matter of fact, if I was not irreverent to any guest, he would feel insulted. He said, "What is wrong with me? You haven't pulled my leg. You haven't been. You're irreverent to me."
Can you recall any?
I remember one guy who was a pop star, and he said that, and I forget his name. So he said, when I got the invite to be on M&S, and it used to be the biggest thing to be on M&S, and he said, I went and told my mom, he says, you know, can you believe that I've been invited on Movers and Shakers? I'm so excited. Bas मैं गया और आधे घंटे में जलील होके आया. So, and then he was disappointed कि सर आपने मेरी टांग खिंचाई नहीं की, आपने कुछ बोला ही नहीं है सर, रूट के मुझे बुरा लगे, और बुरा लगता तो मुझे अच्छा लगता. So, you know.
But I think that is the difference between satire and roasting.
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
That roasting, you do feel attacked.
Yes.
Somewhere.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
You were once hailed as the Amitabh Bachchan of television. How do you look at that moniker now?
I think it's just an epithet. It's just a way of saying that you are, you know, excelling in your craft. So yeah, it's a good compliment. It's a wonderful compliment to be known as Amitabh Bachchan, because you know he is the epitome of everything which is the best in our industry. So yeah, it was nice.
Yeah. Do you think when you were doing Movers and Shakers and KBC came in and the daily soaps came in, that language of television changed a little bit, that maybe would have discouraged you to step away?
No, not at all. I just wanted to do it for a specific period of time. As an actor, I wanted to explore myself, my acting abilities, and explore other roles. If I had just sat there in the chair doing the same thing, as a matter of fact, when somebody asked me, why did you leave Movers and Shakers, and I said, because I was good at it. And I was getting better at it. And that was dangerous for me, because that would lead to complacency, and that would lead to the fact that I would just be very comfortable doing that, and I will keep enjoying doing that and do nothing else. So it was very important for me to, you know, move away from it and pick up newer challenges.
Yeah, I feel you've constantly experimented
Yes.
right from the start of your career.
Yes.
Even in television when you did Dekh Bhai Dekh, which is so iconic.
Yes, I did Dekh Bhai Dekh, and which was polar opposite was Reporter,
Yeah.
which I did. I did, you know, Andaz, I did Amar Prem, I did a lot of stuff. I did a show on Star Plus called May, which was about a self-obsessed megalomaniac actor. And that was one of my favorite shows that I've done. Very intense, very nice. Till this guy decides that, you know, he discovers that he's dying of a brain tumor, and then he realizes he's as mortal as anybody else, and he comes crashing down. That was the story and how this beautiful relationship with his makeup man, who he stands by his side and takes care of him. So very emotional story. So that's so I have experimented with different kind of roles, and right from Utsav, which was so different from, say, Tridev or Anubhav or Sansar or any other film that I have done, and then Dik Bhai Dik and Reporter, then Movers and Shakers, Laughter Challenge, then Pole Cole, and whole lot of other things now, Ghalib and Sahir and Manto. So the journey has been like diverse.